Hello and welcome from the World Government Summit. I'm Siddharth Zarabi and you are at our studio of the India Today Group, Aaj Business Today and India Today represented here. We've been having lots of conversations in this fast-growing powerhouse of economic growth, which is Dubai and the United Arab Emirates. And joining me now, Pratik Suri, the CEO of the MESUR Group. Pratik, welcome to the show. We've been having diverse conversations and you are a venture fund. You invest in various economies and geographies. And since the backdrop is really about new growth and aspiration, give us a sense of how does the current investment landscape look like, particularly in the Gulf region and India besides Africa, where you are already present?
Thanks for having me, Siddharth. So, I'm running a venture capital fund which focuses mainly on large capital ventures like infrastructure, mining, technology, artificial intelligence-led ventures in Africa, specifically public-private partnership with government directly. So when we talk about Gulf and the Indian market, I have been seeing and exploring Indian market opportunities a lot. I see a very big potential in India market because of technology advancements, and I see people have been adapting the digital payment system so well that in fact I'll tell you, when I was in India 2 years back, so I didn't have that idea that India is so digitally modernized physically. So when I saw people didn't have any change of money, everyone was doing app called Paytm or something or the other apps, then I realized that India is moving at a very fast speed in terms of internet, in terms of 4G 5G connection. India is rapidly moving, and we see the infrastructure opportunities also booming in India. That is also one of our key focus points.
Okay. In terms of India's strength in this space, it's been done by the digital stack, UPI, Aadhaar. How do you see this overall model, and do you see scope for this model to proliferate in the rest of the world, for example, in Africa, where you have some experience?
See, for Africa, audience need to understand over years Africa was derogatively known as a dark continent, but the perception has changed. A lot of people think that Africa is uniform, but Africa is a continent. India is a part of the continent of Asia. So, the point is that every country in Africa has different rules and different regulations. So it's all fragmented, and to adapt that particular thing, if you talk entire Africa, it's going to take some long time because of policies and regulations. But taking it country to country, certain countries, yes, have adapted the payment gateways and the digital payment systems from mobile. And, eventually technology is advancing at such a rapid level because Africa has such a young tech-savvy population. So eventually we see that, whatever is happening, Africa may be some years behind India, but it's coming up very, very fast.
And you are right, because one of the largest telecom networks run in Africa is by an Indian origin company, Bharti Airtel, and they also have M-Pesa, which is one of the leaders there in that economy. Let's turn our focus to artificial intelligence and how that is presenting venture funds like yours investment opportunities. Two parts to that question: the AI wave, and how do you see that lending to more investment opportunities?
See, if we talk about wave, so wave, I think majority of the population will say AI has a boom, AI has that, but no one has that particular deep knowledge. But everything you see in this civilization is a part of intelligence, whether call it human intelligence or artificial intelligence combination. So we have been actively investing a lot in AI technologies. Now I'll tell you, the technology related to mining also has been involved and related to AI. Mm-hmm. Nowadays we have a drone technology which tells how much extraction work, and all the reports have been coming from the AI technology. So the adoption of AI across Africa is at a very quite rapid pace because of young tech savvy population, but other countries have been more glamorized. But if you see the technology being built by Indians, or Africa is also very, very ahead.
Okay. I want you to tell me about how India is perceived as a investment destination in this part of the world, because while you might be traveling, as I understand, your base is the UAE primarily.
Yes. See, India, looking from the African perspective, India looks like a very deep regulated market, and a person like me, if I want to invest big chunk of money in India, the regulation work looks little scary. Although what I've seen in last 5 years is a lot of praise about the current government, but I do not know physically because I've not been investing in India market. But we plan to invest in infrastructure market. I hope the regulations and all those things are seamlessly fine with us.
What could those areas be that would attract you to invest in India?
See, right now what we see is the infrastructure model and the logistics multimodal models. And other than that, the hospitality sector is also one of a key interest. But over time, like we've been actively investing in AI data centers in Africa. So that is also one part. Last year, someone was telling me that Maharashtra has that particular strength that to acquire agricultural land and then, open it, convert that land, government is converting it and then make it an AI data center. But now it all depends upon if you invest more than 500 crores or 1000 crores in India, then you need a support of government. Now, how you reach out to the government is not, see in Africa, people know us. We are able to reach to the government and talk and create a dialogue. But same thing we need it in India. So let's see, I hope if the Maharashtra government supports, then we plan to open something.
I hope this message goes across to the Maharashtra government because data centers is a priority. Andhra Pradesh has recently had a massive announcement of a Google data center, and Andhra Pradesh alone is looking forward to $15 billion of investment on that count. For a data center business, apart from government policies, how important is the availability of skilled manpower as well as power as an infrastructure, core infrastructure?
See, data center is such a big project that, people who do not have the international network is not that easy to do it. So when we see in Indian market, local players who has money will also be doing joint ventures with someone in Asian market like Taiwan, Korea or another country. So the strategic and the technical collaboration will be brought by those players. So manpower and all those things, you see, right now India do not have that particular strength that they can create everything 100% owned by them. So I've been in touch with many Asian markets. They keep telling me that, a big players like you mentioned earlier in Africa also have been invested a lot in Indian data center market.
Absolutely.
So, the lot of FDIs I see in India market, but I also see one thing in India which is encouraging only the FDI sector of Asian markets, and they do not realize that certain other countries also have the investors in the market.
All right. Okay, Pratik Suri, thank you very much for your time with us today. With that, it's a wrap on this conversation. We'll come back with more guests from the World Government Summit here in Dubai. I'll see you again. Until then, goodbye.